Hi, nice to see you again. Yeah, happy 4th of July to all of the Americans out there. All of us in all of our countries are going to be able to have Independence Days soon. Real ones. For the first time, we'll be able to found something akin to what countries should have been all that time ago. If they ever were, they died a long time ago because they became corporations. But I didn't make this video to complain about the United States or any other country. I wanted to address the fact that every time I do one of those videos where I say, oh, actually, you know, things are not really as bad as they seem to be, it looks pretty good for Team Humanity at this particular time. I always get people saying, oh no, it's hopeless. Now there's intel people, they're trolls. It's their job to make everybody feel like there's nothing we can do, right? And I don't really do anybody any favors by, if it's a legit person that's saying, oh, I think that people are so stupid that we don't have a chance, we're doomed because people are too dumb. People aren't courageous enough. People are never, ever going to be in a position to turn the tide here. And I don't address it because I assume that everybody knows how ridiculous that is. But apparently I was wrong, because the longer I wait between certain types of videos, the more people just go back to their preset, which is the natural mind-fucked condition of human beings for well over a century now. So I thought I would talk about the odds, where we're really at, what reality is like. There is, a couple of mysterious factors that I don't really know that much about, and it depends on what people believe, right? But if you had to guess in this war, in this battle between us and the globalists and all their factions, do you think God's with us or with them? I know not everybody believes in God, but I think that everybody that does knows for damn sure what side we're on. We're on the right side here, because as much as everybody's believing lies right now, it doesn't give the lies any more credence than they had when they were told, right? And just because nobody believes the truth doesn't make it any less true. So I want to put things in terms that everybody will understand. When the globalists set out to do this 200 years ago, their first duty was to ensure that they kept it small. So they only wanted a handful of families, which is what it started out with a few people at the top of all of the secret societies, right? We're talking about a matter of hundreds of people worldwide 200 years ago that decided to set this up. Now, at the time, there was probably no bookmakers or odd makers setting odds on the possibility that this relatively small group of eclectic characters that put their fortunes together to take a run at the roses to enslave humanity would ever have any success whatsoever, even to get a century, right? What are the odds? Well, it was like maybe 1,000th of 1%. We're talking 10 billion plus to 1, astronomical odds against. And yet they did it. They got the best psychologists, they got all of their social experiments completed. They got everybody sucked into believing that something that they pulled out of thin air, represented with paper or plastic, was actually worth something. Not only worth something, but worth enough to monetize human beings, where they could buy and sell people pretty much at will. And they did all of this over a 200-year period with a lot of patience. They used intelligence, but the people that set it up originally and gave them all of the game theory to continue on, those ancestors were much more clever than the descendants today. But what the descendants today made sure that they did was that they kept it small enough that all of the secret societies and the monarchs, which they needed for for credibility, right? They kept everything in the family, so it was incestuous. And then they they fucked with the royals. Of course, they fucked the royals full time, actually, figuratively. But they got some monarch bloodline in there so that they could get the divine right, splash themselves with a little bit of that good stuff, that lie. And, the best of the best, the smartest, the brightest in the secret societies were allowed to dine at the table but not stay overnight, right? That was pretty much the way they did it. So now it's a matter of thousands, a few hundred families. It may be 3,000 or 4,000 total population in the upper echelon of the globalist ranks that are ranged against us, that use their power, their influence, their money, their holdings worldwide, which they're delusional enough to believe that they own, when it's actually the so-called fictional entities where they put the caps in your birth certificate, your driver's license. We're the ones that own the world. They know that. They know the truth better than anybody else. But I have to listen to people say that a collection of idiots who are mostly interbred fuck-ups, who are disproportionately represented in their numbers by pedophiles, that this less than 10,000 people is all that stands between the human beings that are awake. Now, how many people in the world are awake at this point? Is 10% fair? You bet your ass it is. So they say there's 8 billion people. So let's cut that in half, that 10%. Let's take 5%. Let's take 400 million humans that understand what's going on. So people are telling me that 400 million humans that know these fuckers just attempted to murder the entire world's population. 10,000, mostly pedophiles, interbred weasels, deficient fuck-ups. 10,000 of them. We know who they are. We know what they do. We know where they live. Is going to be able to stem the tide of 400 million people who know exactly what they did. If you're going to come into the comments and tell me that we're fucked, that these people have wonder weapons, that they can do this, they can do that, they can't do anything. They don't own any of the shit they pretend that they have. And if they want to do anything to us, they're going to have to hire us to do it. The smartest people in humanity are already awake. Hundreds of millions of us. They're an afterthought, They're a long weekend project with maybe 15-20% to clean up afterward, just because they're particularly good at playing hide and seek. But if you're saying, oh, we're fucked, there's nothing we can do, people are too dumb, too chicken shit. No, the best and the brightest in humanity have shouldered the responsibility. They've taken a responsibility for the people who are too weak and too dumb to understand what's going on. And if you're one of those people that are complaining, it's your responsibility to help them. They're fucked without you. Don't embarrass yourself. There's nothing more pathetic than somebody who's really dumb that thinks they're really smart, but you have to be really dumb to believe that you're really smart. There's a lot of smart people out there that have been mind-fucked by this conditioning over ages and ages and ages. I'm not mind-fucked. I woke up a long time ago. These fuckers told me what they were going to do when they were drunk. I told them I would be hunting them. I'm holding up my end. They knew then, and they're starting to know now. There's nowhere they can fucking hide. We hold all the chips in this game. What do you think their chances are? Yeah, do you think they can pull a rabbit out of a hat twice in 1,000 years? I don't think so. They're not going to manifest anything. That hat is empty, and it's about to go up in flames with those cocksuckers inside it. Happy 4th of July. Please have a nice day.